tūmeke nui kora. Well, thank you for coming through.
Thank you. Sure for having me.
Yeah. Oh, man. I just remember, first time I seen you was on the Old Bays podcast. Shout out to Leo and Co. It was, it was really good kōrero that you had with him. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch all the podcasts. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. I don't even remember.
But then you've been on a few times anyway.
Exactly.
It's like, bro, you're a bit of a mainstay for them now. But no, thank you for coming on. So for anyone that's not familiar with the bro, this is Nikora, aka Swizl Jager.
Swizl Jager.
Swizl Jager.
I've never heard Swizl before.
Swizl.
I've heard like Swizl Jager and Swizl Jager and all of these different ones, but Swizl, that's a new one. I like it. I'm gonna add it to my repertoire.
Sorry, bro.
It's my AKA.
Swizl. Yeah. No. Yep. So and then of course we met a few weeks ago on the set of Ahi Karoa.
Yep.
That's about all I can really say, but it was cool to meet you there.
Chi.
And as soon as I seen you, I was like, man, I'm bringing my podcast back. Maybe he'd be keen to come on.
Yeah, I think the first thing you said to me was like, I seen you on the podcast. I know the bros, like Leo and I was like, yeah, hard. Like Leo and Taylor. I was like, yeah, the bros. And then, Taylor, carried on with a little bit of mahi. And then, by the way, I got my podcast. It's hard to get guests on. I was like, holla, bro. Just holla anytime. Like, if I got time, I've got time. If I don't have time, I don't have time.
Yeah. No, so thank you for that, bro. Because it's actually really hard. Like, you find out it's actually quite hard to do a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, I reached out to, everyone. Mm-hmm. Like, I was just messaging everyone. Oh, hey. And I had a few people coming on, but it just, I don't think it was it wasn't quite enough for people to want to come on. And fair enough, people's time is precious.
Yeah.
They want to know that, whatever they're a part of is going somewhere or doing something.
Yeah.
And, not just swimming around in the ether that is the internet.
Which is easy to happen these days. The thing for me, bro, is it's the same as releasing music, because, like, how many tracks are released every single day? And as a rapper, you release a track and it gets about 20 plays, for ages. And you're like, you can't get too hung up on that. Like, you've just got to move on. Like, that's the nature of it. So, like, I think podcasts are in the same sort of lane, eh? Yeah,
I think so as well, bro. And it is really competitive. Like, I find a lot of people, even when you just putting a title on your mahi, it's got to be fully outstanding. It's got to stand out above everything else. So if there's 20 podcasts talking about Star Wars, yours has to be like, is this the end of Star Wars, the death of Star Wars?
You have to have George Lucas actually on your podcast.
Yeah. I think just those eye-catching, like, I find that they don't really use the, like, I don't know, I've found this to be a bit of a trend with short films now, is they don't actually just, when you're looking on YouTube or Vimeo or whatever, the title of whatever it is, it's like, it's not actually the title of the film, it's like what's going on or like pinnacle moments in the film.
Oh, it's like the brief synopsis is the title of the film.
Yeah, like almost like it's like a title that's trying to stand out in the algorithm.
Yeah. Is that, I wonder, is that an AI generated thing? Because like I do a lot of scrolling and I'll see that thing where it's like, man gets blah, 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 blah. And you're like, hey, and then you watch it for a bit and you're like, this is that movie. Why did they say it like this? And it's almost as if the robot is watching the film and then saying what the film's actually about, but it's just
what it's picking up on. I think you can get AI to name things for you with ease.
Yeah.
Have you ever used AI for anything in particular?
Yep.
Any like applications or anything?
I've
Don't have to be
used it,
specific.
I've used it for me personally. I don't know how to use it properly, but I've got like Canva and stuff, and when I'm making like my album covers or whatever like that, and something's there, like I don't know how to use Photoshop or anything, so I'll just be like, draw over it and then take out the black, replace with purple, and then it does it for me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a genius. But like in terms of like, loading commands, and I haven't personally, but my mate has for my for some of my like funding proposals and stuff, and it's really crack up because you type in all of the stuff and then you'll send it to me and it's just like this really big novel thing. It's like, okay, we need to take most of this out. Let's
Can you narrow this down to 300 words, please?
Make it sound like me.
Yeah.
But there's not enough Swizl Jager stuff out there in the
For it to
internet
know
world
who
for
you
it to
are.
know who I am. Like I've tried.
Yeah.
Like, Swizl Jager, blah blah blah. And they're like, don't know what you mean. I'm like, but one day you will.
That you will know who I
You'll know
am.
me.
Yeah, AI is that's a trippy thing. But going back to what you were saying about like designing your own album covers and that, like I'm not a graphic designer or anything like that, but and I mostly do film stuff. But I love all that other stuff that you have to do for your project.
Yeah.
You know, the designing and some elements of the hustling as well, like the promotional stuff. But it's really like I enjoy making posters.
Yeah.
Like I love that shit, man. But my posters were never quite good enough to be the poster,
The one.
the 1A. But it's my favorite thing. So usually what I'll do for projects is I'll do like the overall draft.
Yeah.
And that just gets that out of my system. Like, oh, can I?
This is what I want.
Yeah. Maybe you'll like what I've got there, but they never do.
But
They
that's the same as me. Like lately, because you know everything's online now, so you have to have a different image for your like album release or your song release. So that stuff I'll do. But like my old like albums, like I would always shop it out to my mates who are actual graphic designers. You know, I'll say or artists. I'll say like, this is what I want, and I'll draw it up, and they're just like, did a kid draw this? I'm like, hey, and then they'll draw it up, and I'm like, that's nothing like what I wanted. It's way better. You
Like,
know,
well, fine
like
then,
that's
you know.
why you're that.
I'm not gonna make your album covers anymore.
Yeah, no, yeah, my ones are pretty terrible, but all of my merch, all of that stuff, I'll come up with the original design of it, and usually like I'll draw it with crayons or like coloring in pencils, and then I'll show it to my bros who do that type of mahi, and they're just like, do you mean like this? I'm like, yeah, that's exactly
That's
it.
more like it. Yeah. It's like not even close.
Yeah, my ones.
Nah, but awesome, bro. So originally, where are you from, cuz? Where do you fuck up to?
Ooh. I whakapapa to many places, so many different iwi and hapu, but my main ones are in Tauranga. So I was born and raised in Papamoa. That whole area, went to school in Te Poge. That's where my whānau are. We're from here, Tauranga Moana. Dad's from up north and Taranaki.
Yeah.
And then we got some Danish ancestry in there. You
Yep.
know, we're a pretty mixed bag. But in terms of iwi, mostly Tauranga, Ngaitirangi, Ngaitirangi Nui. And then Te Arawa, and then Te Rarawa, and then... Oh,
Yeah. So I'm Te Arawa on my dad's side, Ngāti Parau on mum's side.
Yeah.
That's about as much as I know, bro. Oh, and I've got Spanish heritage in me through our great ancestor, Jose Manuel.
Ooh.
That's really all I know about him, bro. He's a whaler, came over, married 7 daughters to 7 chiefs, and the rest is history, and here I am.
That's cool.
So, yeah, thank you for extending the olive branch, Matua Jose Manuel.
Jose Manuel.
Yeah. There's apparently 2 different spots where he's buried, but either way, he's buried by an olive tree.
Yeah.
There's olive trees up the East Coast.
Oh, no way. So he was
Yeah.
buried here.
But I don't think we farm them. I think they just grow wildly.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're capable of being marketable.
You'd hope not, eh?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you could make some farm some olives. Here you go, olives, kiwi olives. Yeah. But yeah, that's so that's a bit about my heritage too, cuz. So yeah, born and raised Gizzy, Hamilton, and most of my adult years in Wellington.
Chichi?
Yeah.
Oh, heaps of mates from Gizzy.
Yep.
Heaps, but I've hardly ever spent any time there. I think I've been there like twice in my whole life, which is really bad because like my bros are from there, you know. So like every summer they're always there, but I hardly ever go down.
Yeah.
I played at Baywatch Festival.
Is that at the Sound Show?
That's at it was at the campgrounds
Yeah.
for Rhythm and Vines.
Rhythm and Vines, yeah.
So I played there one year, and that was wild. Me and my bro Lars, we drove there, and because it was just like a side stage type of thing.
Yeah.
And like they were like, no, you don't get paid, you get entry, you don't get accommodation, all of that. Like sweet, but my bro, the dub soldier, he hooked us up. He had a little cooler with like Swizl Jager on it and a whole bunch of like a chili bin full of like drinks, and I was like, it was pretty cool, but that thing was wild, man. Those kids are crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty. I haven't been there since I was 20. I think 24 was the last time I went there. Me and my brother. Yeah, he would have been about just turned 20. Yeah, so we went down there. We didn't want to go to Rhythm and Vines. And I think actually Shehead was playing. They were like the big act there. I was like, oh shit.
Right, they had some mean acts there. I don't know if they still do it. I think
they still do, because a lot of the locals go there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the ones that just couldn't quite make the R&V. Still, heaps of locals get in, bro.
Oh, yeah, of course.
To that place. Yeah. Especially if you know the right people. Chair whānau.
But that's the thing about Gisborne. I want to be cool too.
Yeah. Hard out.
Gisborne, everyone
wheel
knows.
shades, bro. Yeah.
I got my cousin lives there, her and her whānau, and they keep, like, every now and then I'll get a message. She's like, how do you know blah, blah, blah? I was like, oh, that's the bro. Like oh, that's my next door neighbour in Gisborne. I'm like, oh.
Well, it's interesting, like, just how, because I spoke to the bro, Lars?
Yep.
Yeah, Lars.
Yeah.
I spoke to him last year and I was like, oh, bro, would you want to come onto my podcast? Of course, unfortunately, he couldn't make it on at the time.
He's a busy man.
Hey? Yeah, he was a busy man. He was moving. So I hit him up. And he unfortunately couldn't come in. And then I see him on Alt Bays with you. And then, I've been on Alt Bays and now here you are. So hopefully next time it'll be either you and Lars or just Lars.
Bro. Yeah, get him up here.
Yeah, bro.
He can stay at my house.
Yeah, hard. Well, bro, this is we got a couple of spare rooms here too.
Oh, mean.
Yeah, bro. So if we ever had guests from out of town popping in, probably
Hey,
just crash in one of the rooms. Yeah.
It's a mean whare, bro. Beautiful
bro.
place. Beautiful spot.
Yeah, bro. Gangster's paradise. Bro.
Yeah, hard out.
Yeah. That's how I smell these.
Mean
This is
takeaway. Mean takeaway just down the road too, on Market, on the corner. I shouldn't be giving away the address.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to
Diamond Takeaways.
Shout out to Diamond Takeaway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sweet sour pork, just like down home.
Yeah. You're a sweet and sour pork man.
Oh, yum.
Yeah. I'm a black bean man myself.
Black bean
bro.
beef.
Yeah. Hard out the beef. Beef. If there's ever any lamb, it's always lamb. Even when I go get curry, bro, it's always lamb Rogan Josh. Spicy as fuck. And I'm not talking Kiwi hot. I'm talking like Indian hot. I want that. Yeah. Oof. I want the burning fire, bro. I want the fire, bro, the next day.
That's the toilet paper in the freezer first.
Bro, hard out, bro. But that's, I don't know. I never used to like spicy food either. But as I got older, it's just like,
yeah, I'm a spiced man myself.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Have you tried the chips, the what is it, the world's spiciest
No, I have
chip
not.
that
The blue one, eh?
Yeah.
I haven't tried that. I don't know.
Part of me feels. Part of me is inclined to.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have it if it was there. I'm not going to go out of my way to have it.
No.
But I've had the world's spiciest noodles, like the ×4, and I was like, oh yeah, all good. And like, I even got one of my nephews into it. He's only like 7 or 8, you know, and like
So not that spicy.
It's spicy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised he handled it, but like he adds a little bit, and he's like, oh, and everyone's like, no way. He's just like, yeah, I'm the Spice King now.
Spice King.
And then, whenever I'm making dinner, he's like, is it going to be spicy, Uncle? I'm like, yeah, my man. Like,
there's a place, I think, in town. What was it? On the waterfront, HQ. Is it HQ?
That's the place? I don't know.
Yeah, and there's the owner there. He's like, short, parkier fella, real fucking rah.
Yeah.
He's loose. I think he trains, like, does boxing with Monty Beetham. But they had this, like, spiciest pizza challenge.
Oh, okay.
The other week, and I was so keen to go down and give it a jam. I reckon I could have done it for $500 for a slice.
All
with
good.
that shit on it. I was like, fucking hook us up.
Yeah.
Even just at the end, they'd be like, oh, yeah, it's always sweating and shit, drooling. Like, oh, fancy that.
Yeah, man. I just love the when you eat it, you start sweating, your taste buds feel it, your mouth feels it, you swallow it, you can feel it going down your track. It's like, ooh, this is doing something. Like, I like that,
There's a hit. I don't know. I feel like it's just adding a whole different level of kai to your palate.
I make a kokonda, which is like a Fijian raw fish.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the family favorite. It's the favorite wherever I go. Like, my raw fish is, everyone's like, anymore. Like, it's the first thing that goes every time. And like, I generally make it quite spicy, but like the main reason for that was that most people can't handle it, so they'll be like, oh, this is delicious, but it's too spicy, and then there's more for me. But now everyone's like, oh, it's hot, oh, it's so good, and they'll just eat it. I'm like, damn it. So like every Christmas I'll make a big bowl, and then boom, it's gone. It's like, we got to make some more.
You plan for X amount times 2.
Bro, have to.
You have to times 2 it.
But it's always funny, because like, no matter where I go, like whenever I go to barbecues or anything, I'm like, okay, I'll make my raw fish, and you know, if people don't eat it, I take it home, I'm good. But it always goes, and then like, you know, later on in the night, you'll open the fridge and you'll look behind something and there'll be a little bowl of it put away, and then you'll find all of these little stashes of people like,
funny dude.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, they liked it. All right.
Oh man, it's usually the first thing to go, and it's a shock. I think I've only really lived to see one time when unfortunately raw fish had to get thrown out. It'd just been one day too many.
Yeah.
You know, next day I was like, oh, it's getting a bit zesty now. Like,
so, you know,
eat it now.
What do? We do like at least
lemon juice.
At least 3 days.
Yeah.
At least 3 days. In the fridge, like at least 3
couple.
days.
We usually don't. I don't know. Do you marinate yours in the lemon juice?
Only for like an hour, maybe half an hour. I don't like.
Some people do the overnight thing.
That's cooking it. Yeah. That's not raw.
That's marinated.
Like my mum has her raw fish. Just slices of fish in a little bit of seawater, and then she'll get the lemon and she'll squirt it on and then empty it and then put a little bit more salt water in. Like, you know, she loves the one I make, but she's simple like that.
So you want to keep yours a secret? That's fair enough.
Mine's not even a secret, bro. Like, people will text me like, I'd love to know how to make it, and I send them the exact way that I make it. Like my brothers and my mates, the exact, every step by step, and then they'll make it and we'll all eat it. And everyone's like, and I'm like, they're like, I don't know what I did wrong. I was like, did you do this? And they're like, oh, nah, not really. Yeah. I'm like, it literally says it right there. Add that. And it's just like when I empty the tins of the can or the bottle of the coconut cream, I fill up the coconut cream about half a cup of cold water and add that in. Yeah. And all that does is like stops it from being gloopy. And then like I show them exactly how I dice my things up. I like mine the same size almost, like my chunk of onion almost the same size as the chunk of fish. That's just me anyway.
Perfect symmetry.
Yeah, I like that. It's like it's got to have the right mouthfeel. It's a whole process.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh damn, you got me thinking about that raw fish now, man.
Bro.
Oh man. Anyone going fishing? Anyone want to take me fishing? I'm down. Dead. Next time I go to Whitianga, we're down for fish. So my
old man's in Whitianga.
So my old man and my stepmom, and my little sister live there.
Oosh.
So that's So when I the reason why I ended up on Old Bays actually was because I had like a film screening there, so I screened a bit of an anthology. Yeah. Like just a series, like a whole lot of the films I'd been in, and just screened it there. Yeah. And unfortunately, the weather was shit that day. Fuck, it was just pouring down the whole day, and they had the 2 cinemas, but not too many people showed up. I was a bit gutted about that, but enough people showed up anyway. It was still winning, but just thought a little bit more might come through. But the weather, bro, damn, killed that day. And just done like a korero with all the students there as well at the local school. And then there's another young fella from Whitianga that I want to work with really soon, who's been on Alt Bays, the Bro Johnson Manukau. Cheer about up. See you next week on the podcast. Yeah. Oh, hopefully next week or the week after. I don't know. I'll check. But yeah, bro. Nah, so that's why I always end up over there. Yeah. Yeah. But it's been cool because I was living in Wellies for years. Have you actually done a bit of time in Wellies?
I used to play down there quite a bit, and yeah. Have I worked on anything down there? Not really too much. Just because they've got their own crews down there, and it was for a while it was hard getting jobs down there for the local crew, just because everything was being filmed in Auckland. Yeah. So I tried to stay out of that and just let the Wellington people take up the jobs, But I have been down there for a couple of things.
Yeah. Then how did you get into film exactly? Like, did you study for that?
I studied, bro.
Yeah.
So when I was like, how old was I? In high school, I was doing media studies and all of that, and I found it, that's what I like doing. And, all of the teachers and stuff were like, oh, you should, pursue that. And I was like, yeah, but being in a small town, I was, went to school in Te Puke. Yeah. So, it wasn't really in my in my scope. It wasn't part of my life.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about it. I just knew that's what I wanted to do, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
So I had all these big dreams of like doing it, but also I was scared as hell. You know, I didn't know anyone that does that sort of thing. And so I just carried on doing my kiwi fruit job. You know, I was just a forklift driver and stuff like that.
As you do a kiwi fruit to book
Kiwi fruit, bro.
Kia ora.
Shout out kiwi fruit. Yeah, I did a 3-year stint in kiwi fruit, and then after high school I was working kiwi fruit as a forklift driver, and that was gonna be my life. You know, I was like, I love this. Like, it's all good. And my girlfriend at the time, she was like, no, you don't. You don't love this.
Yeah.
You need to go to uni. And she filled out my uni application forms without me knowing, sent them in, and then I got a call like, oh hey, because you know I won. What's even the words? You know, prize giving, senior prize givings. I got the awards for performing arts and all of that, which was like kind of buzzy because I was never really into that. You know, I was never really in it. I just like doing all of the performances and stuff.
So like, are we talking kapahaka?
Nah, like well, what are they called again? The school shows. You know, the end of year shows.
Oh yeah.
So I was always
like productions,
productions. Yeah. So I was always like the lead role, and you know, I'd do talent quests and all of those things with like music bands and stuff. Just it was sort of like I was sort of like dipping my toes, like, look, this is what I'm doing, but really,
like Rizzle,
he was
Swizl Jager over here.
Zero Riz back then.
Big man team, bro.
And then so I ended up getting into the Unitec School of Acting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and about a week before I was meant to move up to Auckland and go and do that, I was like, I was scared. I didn't want to be in a leotard and stuff, you know, doing all of that.
They might get you in a compromising position.
Well, I know they would because I know how that works.
Yeah.
And I was just like, nah.
Trying to Illuminati you, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be keen now. Holla at me, like, Illuminati. So they were like, oh, what are you doing? Like, you need to be here. Like, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. And they were like, are you joking? Like, you know, there's 28 spots and thousands of people applying. And I got in and I was like, nah, no, it's not really my life. They're like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like behind the scenes. And they're like, you know, we have one of those courses there. And I was like, I didn't. And so I went up and, you know, had a look at the behind the scenes course. And I was like, yeah, this is the thing I want to do.
What got you more intrigued with behind the scenes? Was it the fact that you weren't doing it? Or were you more, because it's kind of my journey, bro. I've done more acting than directing and writing, you know, than my directing and writing is out there. And I always wanted to be a director and a writer, and then just through my certain path in life, I ended up being an actor.
Yeah. So I think I'm the opposite. I wanted to be an actor. I've got my own what's it called, web show. You know, that was put out. It was only like 5 episodes, but so I've done heaps of acting now. But before that, I wanted to do acting, but I was way too scared. Way too apprehensive about like who I was as a person. Like, can I do it also? You know, I'd never seen someone like me do that sort of thing. So I was like
worried about the shame, like
not the shame. It was just like definitely fear of failure. Like still have that, but also
the shame.
Yeah, but also it was like I'd never seen someone like me crack it. And you know, remember when wannabe was a put down or try hard?
Yeah, bro.
You know, when people look, oh, you're wannabe, oh, you're a try hard.
Oh, you're a try hard.
Fuck, I don't want
that was such a common. That was common growing up. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a wannabe. Oh, you're a try hard, and I'm guilty. I probably called a few people that too.
Bro.
They've called me that.
That's how I know that it works because I've been that guy that said, oh, you.
Yeah, and I heard it and never felt it, but definitely, when I was told that, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I am a try hard.
You see, I was never at that age. I wasn't ready to say, yeah, I am a try hard. Yeah. I wasn't ready for all of that. So I was doing everything that was easy to me. And being a kid, I was always behind the camera as well, filming my mates skating, filming rugby games and stuff. I used to have a job when I was like 13 or 14, filming my dad's rugby games, and then they'd pay me. So I loved camera work and stuff. And then they were like, oh, you can do the camera course. So I wanted to be a camera operator. And I went in doing the camera course. Well, it was like, it was everything in production. It was all behind the scenes. And then my sound tutor, like the sound classes for me were easy. That was like second nature.
Yeah.
You know, just plug it in, turn it on, do that. Set the levels, and everyone else is going, plug it where, dude, what? And I was like, bro, it's like, you know, they're like, which one's the mic? And I was like, bro. And so my shout out to Victor, he was like, no, you should do sound. And I was like, nah, I want to do camera. And he was like, he put it to me bluntly. He goes, look, how many people in the camera class? And there was like 12 people, 0 people in the sound class.
Yeah.
And he was like, you are going to leave here with the most experience because you'll be doing everyone's film. They'll be doing one film. And there's jobs for you. There's jobs.
Yeah, because no one wants to fucking do sound, bro.
No.
You have to be mental to do sound, bro.
That's what it was. And it was like, but I found
You're
it
a special
easy.
being, bro.
Yeah, I found
really
it easy.
are.
So I was just like,
That's awesome.
yeah, I'll give it a go. And then sure enough, even in my second year, I was working on major productions while I was still studying, and everyone's going, what the hell? Like, you're a student.
How come you got gigs? Yeah.
And then, like, you know, heaps of the people doing other departments, you know, you come out and you be a runner, or you come out and you be a PA, all of that jazz. I was never a runner. I was never a PA. That's not to put anything down. I know heaps of career runners that are dope.
Yeah, it's not a...
But for me, it was like, I was straight into the sound department, and it was like, bro. And for me, being in the sound department, especially as a boom operator, you see...
So you started on boom first and then work your way onto the controls?
Well, it's buzzy because I studied. I was playing with nipples, you know, the whole time. So yeah, I was doing it all. So as long as I've been a boom operator, I've been a sound mixer as well. So
yeah,
but you know, nothing major, just short films and little stuff like that. But nowadays, it's, you know, feature films and
TV shows.
Gangster.
Oh no, that was cool to meet you on set that day.
Gee.
Fuck, that was random.
Was it?
I won't go into any detail of what happened because it might get in the shit. But I felt like I didn't really suit the character, but I thought, fuck it, I've been cast as this. I'll do it anyway. And I think I done a good job. So,
bro, you did a mean job.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, because so with that show, we've had a lot of, because it's a reo speaking show.
Yeah.
They mainly focused on people who could speak te reo, right? So they were casting, you know, oh, my uncle speaks te reo, and so they'd get the uncle in, but uncle couldn't act, uncle can't remember lines, so they'd be like, oh, kia ora.
Straight down the barrel.
Am I finished now? And I was like, oh, like, you know, it was really, really painful.
Yeah.
And so, and especially with this type of scene that you did, it's mostly miss than it is hit. So when you came in, I was like, oh, here we go. Another one of these scenes.
Yeah.
And it started, and I was just like, Maji. And like, I even, like, the director, I was like, bro, on. Like, finally, like, I'm quite a critical person, like, especially with acting, you know, like, sometimes I'll be like, why is everyone clapping? That was a shit job. I won't say it out loud because I don't, you know, I like the actors to have their own space. But then when everything wraps, like, trust, if you know you didn't do a good performance, don't come to me and ask me, because I will tell you straight. I'll tell you the good things and I won't go into it. But when I saw yours, bro, that's why I was like, bro, that was on, like, that was on.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I usually don't walk away going, that was fire. Never, ever. I'm like, phew, I think that's a pass. Usually, most of the times, I'll ask for another take.
Yeah.
Even in there, I was like, can we do another take?
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's all good. Whatever his name was, sorry. To the director, sorry, I forgot your name, Ihua. Fuck, terrible. But yeah, you know, and even a film, like I won a Best Actor award last year at Vision Feast. And it was for a film. I didn't think it would. I was like, oh yeah, my acting was, you know, subpar.
Yeah.
And then I took out Best Actor. I was like, oh, okay, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it was good.
And it was good because it was like all the people in the category that I was in, they were like international acts too. So that might have helped, the fact that I was the only Kiwi act. And
but that's the thing, bro. That's the other thing for me. I'm not critical of myself. Like, I'll just be like, yeah, that's sweet. Like, my music stuff, I'm like, that's enough. And people are like, no, we need to get it perfect. I'm like, nah, that's not me. But I know how people like you are. Like, you walk away, be like, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. And I think that's that's a good thing to have. Like that's professional.
Yeah.
That's how you should be. Like I can improve. But it's just funny that you said, oh, I didn't think I did a good job, and then you won, and you're like, oh, against those people, oh, maybe I did. It's almost like outside validation to be like, fuck, should I look at myself like differently? It's hard to step out and look at yourself.
Well, there was a beautiful irony because I think 3 days before the award ceremony, I went public on Facebook that I was retiring from acting. I actually wanted, everyone laughs. Everyone laughs. They're like, "You're not fucking retiring.
Yeah.
You'll be back." And and so I went to this festival, just kind of like, okay, cool. Like it's nice to be nominated for a thing, and then I won it. And I was like, that's a nice way to retire, eh? And everyone's like, bro, like messaged me like, you can't retire now, G. I was like, fuck. But I think it was just more I want to align, like just shift my priorities towards the directing and the writing. Because I'm pretty good at it. I've got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Fuck, even in the acting, I've got a lot to learn, bro.
But no, you can't know everything. Even the bestest actors have something to learn. Because if you stop learning, you're just going to keep...
Your acting's going to be shit. You'll be like The Rock. Sorry, Rocky, fucking... Bro.
I disagree. I love his acting.
Oh,
I love that sort of thing. That rock, that dance with his titties. Yeah. Ping, ping.
I've seen that meme, man. It's like 4 different photos of The Rock.
Yeah,
and it's like, this is The Rock from 4 different films. You're like, wow. That's in the same pose too, you know.
I think
I love him. I still love him as a wrestler. He will always be a legend to me, bro. Like, especially being a former wrestler myself, bro. Hey, like The Rock, bro. I grew up with him. We all loved him. Fuck yeah, he's a big part of my childhood. But oh man, Black Adam was bad. So bad.
I never saw Black Adam.
No.
Which one's that? Is he a superhero?
Yeah. Well, Black Adam's meant to be a villain.
Right.
I mean, he's an anti-hero in this.
Yeah, an anti-hero, not a
It's pretty much like, we need a brown Superman. Okay. And he's like, yeah. So apparently it's meant to be him versus Superman.
Oh, yeah.
For the next one. And I'm like, he will probably win in some weird way, but only because, I don't know if you know what Superman's weaknesses are, but magic is one of them.
Magic? I didn't know magic was...
Yeah. So all the
I
magic...
didn't know there was magic in Superman's universe.
In DC universe.
No, not in DC universe, just in the Superman storyline, like magic, like...
Well, I think now with Black Adam,
Yeah.
it would be.
Yeah.
Or like the mystical, the mystical realm, because they've already, they've jumped straight into the multiverse, you know, where Marvel's taken years to kind of get there. They're just like
suture
multiverse.
the audience in so that when it all happens, they're not like...
Yeah. DC really jumped the gun with that, but
I'm a Marvel man anyway.
Yeah.
Even comics.
Yeah.
Marvel. I still got my stack of cards, my binder.
Yeah.
Full of X-Men cards. Some Marvels. You know?
I think overall I'm more Marvel.
Yeah.
But I think my overall favorite character is, I don't know, people kind of don't like him now, but I still love him as Batman. And people don't like, it's like, he's rich white dude that goes around beating poor people up. I'm like, that's awesome.
I love that way of thinking. Like, you know, oh, you want to vote for the billionaire that got all these high-tech gadgets, and it's like...
He can't feed his people. It's like, yeah, he's my man. Like,
and everyone's starting to relate more to the Joker, eh? Like,
yeah.
oh, yeah,
It's
real life.
Yeah, it's clown world.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But the Batman was always my all-time, but fuck, when I watch it, like Marvel has definitely built its world up, even though it's done some stinkers.
Yeah.
Like, they've still done a great job at building up the universe, because I'm sure when it comes down to the end product, like, which is of course where they will go into Secret Wars, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if
I don't really follow it that hard.
You don't follow the... Oh, okay.
Well, you know, there's so many movies and I've got zero time.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the franchise has been... I think a lot of, bro... I don't know, as fellas that work in the industry, we're seeing like a lot of A lot of big film franchises failing,
Yeah.
bombing in the box office.
I mean, I
have my opinion on why, but what do you reckon it is? What do you reckon?
Bro, like I don't get it into the political side of that sort of the filmmaking like that.
Yeah.
All I think about is like people are like, oh, that movie sucks so much. I'm like, yeah, but that crew had a job.
Yeah,
like, for me as a crew member, I'm
hard
like,
out.
I've worked on some stinkers as well. Like most of the stuff I've worked on, I've been really proud of. There's so much out there that I'm not proud of, and I'll tell people what they are, but not. Unless I'm
not on
provoked.
camera. No, that's hard.
But I'm like,
push me to make
people,
a song about your
people
film.
like, oh, you worked on that rubbish, and I'm like, yeah, I worked because I got paid. I put food on
the
my
table.
Plate. Like,
yeah.
I don't care if you didn't like it. I'm not going to work so that you can feel happy about the product. I'm going to work to do my job. That's my career, you know. So,
but I mean, a film. I guess overall, what I'm getting at with those bigger films when they bomb, like, that kind of compromises a lot of people, because that means that, you know, it's like if these films are bombing, no one's going to want to hire these people that are making these films.
Maybe the people that are, you know,
way.
Not the film crew. The film crew is going to go to work the next day, unless because how could the film bomb because of the crew?
Yeah. Oh no, I would never.
That's what I mean. So that, for me, when I
you,
see a movie that bombs, I'm like, whatever. Like unless it's my really close friends, I'm like, you know, because most of my friends are filmmakers or creatives in some way. So I'm like, if their stuff bombs, it's because I didn't do enough. That's how I feel. I've never seen any of my friends' stuff bomb. So if I see a major Hollywood film bomb, I'm like, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Yeah. Like the crew is still gonna have work. Yeah. They're just not gonna make that film again. It doesn't really matter because there's so many. There's so many stories that need to be told.
Hard out.
So I'm like, so long as the crew is working.
You've got a documentary based on, a music video. Sorry, you've got a music video coming out.
Yeah, my music
of
video.
Productions.
Yeah.
And not a documentary.
I do have a mini doco.
Okay.
Where I was the subject.
Yes.
So I got funding for one of the songs. Actually, the bro Lars made the beat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So when I heard him play that beat, I was like, bro, I need that beat. Like, it's so cool. I can make something like a real banger out of this. Yeah. And so I did. We submitted it for funding, got funding, and then when you get funding, you know, the list gets sent out to all of the, you know, people who make music and the people who, you know, record companies and all of that. The list gets sent out. These people got funding, and then people will email you or message you like, hey, let me make a video. Hey, let me do your press. Let me do this for you. Yeah. And it's like, cool. I've got my people. I'm happy with that. And Waiata Anthems, it's like a series of mini docos. They hollered and they're like, hey, look, you know, would you like to be featured? We can help you with promo. And I was like, yeah, I got funding, so I got promo. They're like, well, how's this? And they were like, what can we do for you? We can make you a music video. I was like, I kind of wanted to make my own music video. Just, you know, I know how to do it. And so they were like, well, we could, you know, do a, what would you call it? Like a character piece.
Do you think they would publish it more if it was their made music video? Do you think it would
they did. They published so much. Like, they still shared it all.
Yeah,
cool. No, like we were upfront with each other. They were like, we want to do this for you. And I said, I'm going to do that myself. We want to do this for you. I can do that. And they're like, are you keen to work with us? I am, but we need to figure it out. And they were like, a character piece, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that sounds awesome. Like, you know, and it works. And then, so we had to, you know, work it out. Like, we need, like, when are you releasing the song, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, yeah, and I'm going to release my video here. And they're like, okay, well, we'll hold off this bit. And so it was like a real collaborative effort. But because I got funding, I got to make the music video. And it was the first production we did under my production company, the Wairahanga Productions, which I named after my cousin who died at the start of last year. She passed away. She was only 7 years old. And, like, you know, I wanted to figure out a way to make my production company actually mean something to me, because previously when I was, you know, in my teens, I had a production company called Hit That Shit Productions. and that came from a drunk bet.
Hit that shit.
Yeah, Hit That Shit. The
my one was Ruthless Productions.
Yeah, see,
and it's like,
he's
already Ruthless Records for his, like,
but it was like, that's at the time, that's the way of thinking.
Edgy.
So I wanted something that was never going to change from the meaning, you know, and that was it. So I got to direct my own music video for that, and I had my nephews in it, and then I submitted it for the Māori Land Film Festival. I'd never ever done anything like that, like submitting anything, but at this stage in my career, I'm in the applying for stuff mode, you know. So I'm like, oh, and it popped up, and I was like, what have I got to lose? Like, so I filled out all the forms, and then I forgot about it, and then like I saw an ad like, Māori Land Film Festival. I was like, oh man, they didn't even get back to me. Oh well. And I was like, wait, I haven't checked my work emails. Boom, checked them. I was like, I'm so sorry. So my first ever...
There'd be heaps of people though. They're like, sorry, far out.
But yeah, because I did it on just a whim, I was like, you know, if it makes it, it makes it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So yeah, I've got my nephews in it. They did an awesome job of being me and my brother. They played the parts of me and my brother, and they learnt the raps, and now they get up on stage with me and rap the whole song, better than I can.
Well, there goes your job.
Well, that's what I want to do, but I just want to sit back and let everyone else do the mahi. I'm just trying to open up that pathway, you know. I keep telling people are like,
there's something rewarding with, you know, inspiring, especially like, you know, because I've had kōreros with like with youth a couple of times now. Once in Whitianga and Blenheim, and like just to give them that opportunity to say, look, you might be from a small town, but that don't mean shit. It's irrelevant, and especially nowadays. Like, bro, we never really had a camera as kids growing up. You know, that was like whoa, and now everyone's got a decent.
You've got
camera.
editing software in your pocket. You've got recording software in your pocket.
Yeah,
and when we had handy cams and no editing software and had to edit in camera, or like, you know, play it through the VCR, pause it, fast forward to the next bit, you know, to the next person, record that, you know.
There's an art to it, bro. There's a mean
How
art
far
form
ahead
to
would
it.
we be if we had the phone? Oh, mate.
Far out. No, we've come a long way, bro. I still see that people want to. I think there was a little resurgence in VHS for a little bit there.
I think it's still happening too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's the nostalgic thing, or like, you know, it's the same with fashion. Like, everyone's being 90s again. It's the same with cars. Like, 90s cars are now classics, and you're like, what the heck?
I heard nu metal's making a bit of a comeback too.
Can't wait for nu metal.
Bring us back some of that Limp Bizkit. Although Limp Bizkit's been doing their thing for a few years now. I'm loving Papa Fred Durst. The whole look he's got going on. It's a vibe. You know, he's dressing like a cowboy now. He's dropped the skater boy look, dresses like the old man. It's just like, bro, this guy.
Well, I'm here for it, man.
I'm all here for it. Yep, hard out. I've missed it.
Yeah.
It's made me realise how much I've missed it.
Well, I never
There's a
went away
tackiness
from
to it. There's a beautiful little, I guess, for me, you know, being a young fella, when it like, bro.
Yeah. 97, early 2000s.
Bro, 97, yeah, you know. Oh, bro, like just the end of primary school, start of intermediate. It was all starting to just drop, bro.
And it was that angst.
Yeah. It was the new grunge. It was like, when grunge died, it was like, what have we got now? Yeah. We've got nu metal. All right.
But also for like, I always buzzed out that heaps more of my friends were into it, because I was like, it's a blend of metal and rap, like, and everyone's like, no, that's not even rap, and I'm like, some of these nu metal kids are doing amazing, like they're
hitting bars, bro. Yeah,
there's some bars, and people are like, nah, that's not rap. It's like, okay, you stay there.
Yeah. You say whatever. I reckon it's rap. They're dropping bars, these fellas.
I got some nu metal flavored tracks up there.
Nu metal. Butt rock was the one that was interesting one that I heard.
I'm a big fan of butt rock and dad rock.
Bro, so what's the idea of, bro? I feel a little attacked that my generation, of all generations, and including this one that's out now, imagine what Gen Z's rock music's going to be called, but we get butt rock. Why? What do we do to deserve this?
All right, I don't know where it comes from, but I'm like,
I'll still rock with it. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm just like, how come
I love
we
Creed, I love Live, I love Puddle of Mud is alright.
Puddle of Mud, yeah.
You know, some Stain, some Default. Like, I'm all about butt rock, man.
Default, damn. Stained, yeah. Lifehouse, a bit of
Lifehouse,
Lifehouse in there.
bro.
Yeah, there's a bit of butt rock.
Ben
there.
Folds 5. Mate.
Yeah, Nickelback's like, it's our time, boys.
Nickelback, so Nickelback, I don't know. I never understood why, I got behind it, when people are like, yeah, fuck Nickelback. I'm like, yeah, fuck Nickelback. But
Yeah.
I'm like,
I don't actually know why I don't like. Well, no, I believe I know why I don't like Nickelback.
Oh, you don't like Nickelback?
At the time,
Are you being honest though?
I am being honest. I'm not a big fan of Nickelback at all.
But if it came on right now, would you sing along?
In a mocking way, probably.
Okay.
Only because I know the lyrics because I grew up
But why do you know the lyrics?
Oh, bro, it's the radio station. I used to listen to like The Rock.
The Rock. That's how I started listening to music.
Hodaki they were still playing Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath in those days. Yeah, I don't even think they play that anymore. I think it's like Pearl Jam and Nirvana is.
Wow.
And
I only got one station in my car, so
yeah. What's your station? My FM.
My thing doesn't go that high.
Oh, sweet.
But shout out to My FM.
Shout out to My FM for choosing the perfect frequency spot.
Yeah.
They probably knew. It's like, bro, all the cuzzies radios leading up to this. So it's like, oh yeah, that's smart.
But yeah, I love me some Nickelback. We used to skate to Nickelback. Out of the bros, Nissan Pulsar with his Fusion 6x9s in the back. You know how it is with the boot up. We'll just go skate on the curbs at the mall, at the plaza and stuff. He's listening to that sort of music.
What was your, bro? You played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't be very good.
Yeah. What was your favorite soundtrack? Did you play all four?
Oh, Teenage Suicide. By Teenage Suicide.
THP. Which one is that? 1, 2, 3.
Pro Skater 2, I guess. The
that definitely had the best soundtrack though, overall.
That and Dead Kennedys and
yeah.
Oh, there was so
Dead Kennedys was the first one.
Yeah. Oh, it must have been first one then. So Teenage Suicide, but Unwritten Law. Unwritten Law.
I think No Effects as well.
No Effects.
Like
yeah.
all those
big fish.
all those kind of cats.
Heaps of ska. Heaps of skater punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of that white boy reggae.
White boy reggae.
Yeah.
Oh, Papa Roach and some Sun 41.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that's me.
Those are the good old days.
Yeah.
I'm yet to have a game of the new one that they updated those games. I
don't play video games anymore.
Neither do I, bro. But if there was any time that I could get to play a game, I'd definitely.
I mean, I want to, but the type of person that I am, when I play a video game, I'm playing it for 8 days. I'm not moving, and I got way too much stuff to do. So
wow,
I can't just be like, after work, boom, 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 boom. But I love the camaraderie. I used to mock it, like gamers, because growing up, one of my best mates was a gamer, and he missed out on so much of our activities because he had tournaments and stuff, and we used to just be like, you know what, fuck you, come outside. But now I see like there's actual camaraderie. Like my nephews and nieces will play like Fortnite.
That's how they keep in touch with each other.
They keep in touch.
Like I'm like, because all my brothers and cousins, they were all playing Fortnite for years. I was like, how do you all keep in touch? Because I didn't play fucking Fortnite, and they're like, oh, we all talk on Fortnite. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't play that shit.
See, and that's why like I had one game a few months ago, because everyone was playing it, and I was just like sitting there, and they're like, oh, have a turn, uncle. And I was like, oh, who's that? Like, hi, uncle. They're like, oh, you're a noob. I was like, I'm not a noob. I'm not. I was like, I won one campaign. I killed it, and I was like, yeah. And they were like, Baha, you only won once. And I was like, this is my first time ever. But I'm like, I want to get into it so I can, connect with my whole family pretty much.
Just like, how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
I was like, I used to be a king on TF, Team Fortress, and Counter-Strike. So I was like, if you sit me down for a week on Fortnite, it's game over.
That's our generation, bro. Is Counter-Strike, hard out. And then I played this other one called Combat Arms, bro. It was like a free online one.
Yeah.
It was like pretty much trying to take over from Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
But I'm not much of a gamer now, cause like not at all, bro. The only game I really play is chess.
Bro, I love chess. Oh, we should have had a chessboard here.
Oh, have you got chess on your phone?
Yeah, I do. Well,
Oh, I'm shit, bro. I think like
Same.
I do
Just
10.
play for money.
No, it's on. It's on. Oh, do you? I'll put an IOU. No, so I think like I'm on the. I don't know what league I'm in, but I think I am at the moment in the number 20 something. Or something. But my score's shit. My score's like I'm only just over 300.
Oh, buzzy.
300. Oh, I'll show you the. I don't know if we're on the same app, the
Probably
same chess.
chess.com.
Yeah, chess.com.
Chess.com.
I'll show you what I mean. I don't know how the scoring system goes. It's actually. Fuck it. I'll show you now.
Well, that's the thing with me, bro. When I play chess.com, I'm in it. And that's my life. And my missus hates it because she's like, all you're doing is playing chess. Like, I'll be up at 4 a.m. playing chess.
Do you have premium too?
Yeah, I had it. I got rid of it because I was like, I'm wasting all of my time.
Because it's unlimited puzzles, though.
Oh, I love the puzzles, man.
Yeah, bro. So I think,
Shit, I don't even know if I have it on my phone anymore.
But that's me anyway, G. So, my score is on Rapid 323, daily is 1061.
I wouldn't even know how to find it.
So
Chess. I think I deleted it.
a couple of boys are. Oh, I'm having a game with Te Oho. Te Oho, if you watch this, cuz. Let's see what you've just done. Just give me a moment to make a move, eh? Ooh, I've got it. Yeah, there we go. Checkmate, bro. Checkmate. You watch this. Checkmate, G. Because they do those daily ones, eh? It's like 2 days. You get 2 days to respond to the move. I love that shit.
I don't know how to. I can't see it on the
Love
fly.
that shit.
So I've loved chess for ages. I've never really got into it hard out, but we used to play it, on rainy days in the library, and people would be like, "Oh, nerds," and then we'd beat them up.
Yeah.
It was like, shut up. But
Bro, it's a chess is a game that doesn't give a fuck about who you are.
Bro,
like whether you're
not at
rich, poor, black or white,
bro,
don't give a shit.
That's the part I love about it, bro. I was on this job, and there was a chessboard, and everyone was playing, and I was like, "Oh, yo, I'll have a game." So I was playing these, in their eyes, they were gonna be, they're up here in society, and then I was smashing them. Next person, oh fuck, I'll give it a go, and I was smashing them, and then executive producers like, "Oh yeah, bit of chess, eh?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I've dabbled." He's like, "Oh wow." He sits down. He's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh yeah, that." It was like 30 moves, and I was like, "Oh yes, that's checkmate." And he's like, "No, it's not." I was like, "Yeah, no, that's checkmate." And everyone's just like, "What the hell?" He's like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "Oh, what?" It's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were that good." And I was like, "Oh, I see what you did. You looked at me." And they're like, "No, I didn't mean it like that." I was like, "Yeah, you did, cuz." Yeah. And then I remember one time.
It's just a game that's so it's not about how big or strong you are. Like I said, it doesn't care. It's all based on one thing: intellect.
I don't even think it's
perception.
Well, for me,
agility.
Whatever I'm feeling at the time plays into my chess game. Like I'll be like if I'm rushed and doing stuff, I'll be blank and I'll be like, and then I'm like, oh shit, get back in the game, and then start doing strategies. But yeah, I'm a terrible chess player, but.
Oh, that's good. Should have had a game. I might have to pull out a fucking chessboard next time.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I can handle getting smoked on my own podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to at least be good. Far out. But no, yeah. So that's pretty much the only game I play, cause I'm not a big gamer at all. But yeah, bro. It's so now, bro. What was it like for you? Were you touring hard out before COVID as well, or did that kind of take off after this whole COVID situation?
I've been playing shows and touring and stuff for almost 20 years. 20 years now. Off and on, and in different genres. But no, I'd always been playing shows. COVID, even just going overseas, COVID definitely stopped all of that for me. Yeah. At that time,
everyone was planning big things. Big things were, for a lot of people I know, big things were about to happen.
Yeah. And it put a stop to most of it, or people just changed tack.
Yeah.
You do the from home thing. I think I was lucky. I think if it wasn't for the lockdowns, I probably wouldn't be doing my music still, as I am.
Yeah.
Just because when I was in lockdown, I was living at a recording studio.
Yeah.
And because no one else was allowed there, I had pretty relative free reign of the studio.
You got no distractions.
I had zero distractions. No one else could use it. So I was just like, wake up and be like, I'm going to the studio, and I'd write raps. And then record company was just like, the label was just like, yo, let's, while you're there, do all of this work. And I was like, yeah, write a whole bunch of songs. So yeah, for me it was as a recording artist, it was a good thing. As a touring artist, it was a bad thing. And as a filmmaker, it was all good for me because I'm used to sporadic work. Yeah. I'm used to working for a couple of months and then not working for a couple of months.
I think it's ingrained in all of us at this point, in this point of our lives.
So for me, it was good because usually when I'm not working, I don't get paid. But because we're getting, COVID payouts, it was like I would go to work and then, lockdown. I'm like, okay, well, I'll get the payouts and wait. And then, during that, everyone's online organizing work, and he'd go back to work for a couple of days and then, everyone back off work. I'm like, okay. So for me, work-wise, I was sweet. Music-wise, I was sweet. It was just lifestyle-wise wasn't sweet. I got real fat over lockdowns. Yeah. Because when Uber Eats started up again, bro, that's all I did. It was just Uber Eats, and it was like, and because I'm not really a type of guy that likes to go for walks around the neighborhood because, looking like this, people are going to be locking their doors and stuff. So I was just like inside, writing raps.
They'll greet you warmly around here, bro.
Around here, yeah. Oh, just yeah.
Remuera.
I love Remuera. I used to live in Parnell. I was in Parnell for 7 years.
Oh, yeah.
Used to get a lot of phone calls from, neighbours. Oh, there's someone in your yard. And it's like, yeah, it's the guy who lives here. Yeah. Like, it's me. Like,
it's me.
Yeah, racist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Racism, eh?
Racism is real. As long as there are racists, there's going to be racism. As long as there's everything, there's going to be. If you can't like one group, at least try your best not to like everyone. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing that's wrong with the world. People only want to see the differences, and then when they get to know them, like that standard one. I don't know if you've ever had that. Like, oh, you're actually really nice.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck
heaps,
actually,
bro. Yeah. Heaps. Excuse my language, but that wasn't. At you.
No, that came from inside.
That came from inside, like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean, but that's them saying it to you because that's their perception of what that race is supposed to be. And, I'm guilty of it myself and be like, oh, the bro can actually do stuff even though he's this race. No. So I'm like, no, I understand how it works, how other people's heads are working. So I don't get too caught up in it.
Do you think as much as we try to, we're all a little bit racist in our own way?
Everybody is racist.
Yeah.
In some type of way. Yeah. Whether it's, what do they call it, reverse racism or like positive racism?
That's the one. Stereotype. Reverse and positive is the worst ones now. Like I don't, it's not outright as it used to be growing up, and that's probably because we were all kids and shit. We didn't have the filters we have now. But
for me, bro, I'm quite a realist, and for me, I think I'm more of a, like I'm quite an optimist, but I have a lot of a lot of negative thoughts about some things, and like people are like, no, that's not how the world is, and I'm like, well, that's how I view it, that's how I see it, and like I got to be honest, like I think the only reason, not the only reason, obviously I had the skills and stuff, but one of the reasons that I got into my filmmaking course is because there was a quota, you have to have so many Māori and Pacific Island students. I was one of them. Yeah. And like, was I one of them, or did I already get there? Like, was that not a factor? For me, I'm like, it was a factor. And if people are like, yeah, that's the only reason, I'm like, not the only reason. Like, just because you couldn't do it, it's only because you're Māori. No, not only, but it's part of it. What do you want me to do? Yeah. Like, not be Māori, fuck. Yeah. And the same with my music. Like, I wouldn't still be making music if I wasn't getting the funding and stuff. And, it came because of, a lot of my songs, like I've been making music for ages, never ever applied for funding, never ever done that sort of thing because it wasn't a thing to me. I was just like, I don't know how to do it. Yeah. And then when my mates in a record label reached out, I'm like, we can apply for some funding for some of these songs because, and then started getting funding, started getting some traction. It's like, if it wasn't for that thing there, then I wouldn't get it. That's not to say that's the only reason I get it. Like, you can't just be Māori and then suddenly get funding.
Yeah.
You still have to work for it.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
But that fund is available to me because, and even with studying, when you get what are they called, scholarships and grants,
This is all unclaimed Māori money.
That's the thing. Like,
That's all it is.
People go, oh nah, I'm only 1/16, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. If there's no one else going for that money, you are entitled to it.
Yeah.
Like, who are you hurting?
Just like Luxon's entitlement.
And then you say, the house is in a bit of disrepair, so it's your house, you fix it. Like, bro, you're a dick. You are straight up dick.
Entitlement. Oh gosh.
Like, that irks me so much that
I had a bit of a laugh. I had to have a laugh.
You have to laugh, otherwise you'll cry.
Man, unreal. I mean, he's not. This is the worst part. He's not wrong. It is his entitlement.
He is
but
entitled
bro,
to it, yeah.
come on, like, are you in need of it? Like, and I mean, even a lot of other rich people are like.
Rich people have been.
Even the rich people are like, do you actually need it, bro?
But it's like they're playing to the system.
Yeah.
And they're doing it legit, and that's how you're supposed to do it. But we, as like lower socioeconomic, I don't want to just say brown people, because it's not just us Māori and
No.
It's the lower socioeconomic people who don't have that knowledge, because they learn it from their parents, and then they when they come out, they're almost already business savvy, so they know how to work the system like that.
Yeah.
And we don't.
Yeah.
We don't know how to work the system, and when some people try and work the system, that's when they get called bludgers and stuff. And it's like when I was
I'm
finished
just going for my
studying,
entitlements.
Exactly, we're entitled to it, but it's like, but you're brown, so but you don't got a problem with the dude taking 52K for living in his own house. Like, imagine that.
Yeah.
If you got to rent out your own house.
52K for living in my own place.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy,
I would love
bro.
my own place.
Hook us up, yeah. Hook us up. Either other. I've got to go live out in the middle of nowhere if I want my own place.
Yeah. So legally he's doing nothing wrong, but morally, like, come on, my bro.
Yeah, exactly.
But
It's just like,
who's going to be looking out for other people's pockets? The only people who do that are the people who.
You can't say, you can't. I just think you can't have a go at one group while you're pretty much doing the same thing at the same time. But like times 10.
Yeah. Times 52,000.
Bro, times 52,000, bruv. Damn. Oh, it's crazy times here in Aotearoa. No, actually, you know what, bro? No, I take that back. It's not. I only say that because I had a bro on last night. He grew up in Cambodia. And he was telling me about the shit that's going on there. And I was like, that he had witnessed when he was living there. I was like, oh my gosh.
Was he there in the 80s or the 90s?
No. Like, so this is after all the socialist
Yeah.
movement and all that. And, but he's, they've got heaps of monuments that commemorate all the killing fields and the camps. And unreal, man. But, he was like, it's not perfect here, but it's
a downside better.
closer to better than worse. So, it's like, maybe it's not the best here at the moment, but I'm definitely optimistic enough to say that we're on a better trajectory than what most countries are.
I thought we were on a better trajectory, especially with, the native people like this. Wherever I go, I'm about the native people, eh?
Yep,
so, and especially in Aotearoa, like, I thought we were on a great path now, but now getting rid of the Te Whai Ora, all of the Māori Health Authority, getting rid of, like, taking almost everything away, getting rid of some of the Māori, all of the progress that we were making to make this place a better place, like, for everyone, not just for Māori. It makes it way better. Look at tourism. Like, you think people come here because they want to see the beehive?
Yeah.
No one's coming here for that.
Do you want to see your, people that were once from your continent?
Exactly.
Like, oh, look, this is how far we've come. Wow, I got out of my home country to get away from.
Come and see them.
Yeah.
Like that.
There's more of you here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're going a little bit backwards. Like, we're backpedaling a tiny bit, and hopefully it stops at a tiny bit, because otherwise it's not going to be good for us.
Yeah.
Like, as a whole, I'm not just talking about Māori. I'm talking about the whole country. Like, that's our thing. That's the thing that makes us stand out. People talk about that. Like, wherever you go in the world, I don't know how much you've traveled, but people will be like, oh, where you from? And you say New Zealand. And they're like, oh, Māori. I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, cool, they'll invite you, like because of other people that they've met. But if you say, oh, yeah, I'm New Zealand, oh, you're Māori, no, they're like, oh, cool, we like Kiwis, and they'll just carry on. But when you're Māori, they're just like, whoa. And even like, you know, I used to have a big gripe about when Pākehā go overseas and they do the haka and stuff like that. I still have a little bit. But then sometimes you see people that are doing it with the right intention. And for me, I'm like, that intention overweighs skill. You know, if they're doing it with their heart out, like I've seen an American kid on TV doing on a TV game show or whatever, and he was doing a haka and everyone was laughing. And like everyone was like, this is bullshit. He's not Māori, he shouldn't do that. I'm like, yeah, kinda.
Was it white kid or was it Polynesian?
White kid. And oh shit, fact check.
Actually, yeah.
And
I just don't know about certain rules and that with YouTube, but we'll look it up, eh? YouTube. What is it? Kid does haka.
Yeah. It was a game show. What game show was it? I can't remember. But basically, bro, he put us all into it, and I was like, I can respect that. Like, he wasn't mocking it. They were mocking him. Nah, none of that.
Was it?
No. It's a game show.
That's not it. Big shots. Okay.
Nah, like he was a contestant or his family.
Oh, okay. Oh,
well. It might have even been like Family Feud or something like that. Oh,
Family Feud.
Not Graham
Steve
Norton.
Harvey's just standing there with his.
It wasn't Graham Norton. It was maybe that McIntyre dude or something like that. But they were like, oh, show us then, and he did it, and everyone's like, ha 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 ha, and the kid's like, what are you laughing at? Like, I put my soul into that. Heaps of Kiwis were like, disgrace. I was like, that kid was awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I don't even know how we got
I think you can feel someone's intentions too when they do stuff like that, like they do a haka or something. You know, like I see one of all these French people, and they were doing the haka and they were doing the classic, you know, looking like 1950s All Black haka kind of. Pretty much, yeah.
Mocking. But I've seen Māori do a terrible hakas. At Tangi, I've seen some terrible...
Oh, bro, are we talking about that TikTok vid?
That one?
Old brother with the old Warriors bloody jersey.
And I've seen that in real life. Not that guy, but I've seen it. And it's like...
Man almost fell in the hole, man. He almost fell.
He should have fell in the hole. Sorry to your uncle, but...
Yeah, I don't know why, but bro, man. But it was funny, like, at least some people saw the humour. You could see a few people having a bit of it.
Yeah.
It's like, ow, go on. I don't know. It's something about a bit of humour at a tangi that never hurt anyone.
Oh, I think that's most Māori. Like, most tangi, there's like, humour.
And now that something you can film it as well, it's just like, bro.
Yeah.
I love how that video ended, though. It's like after he'd done his big haka and you just hear the lady, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. Oh man. So have you ever been in anything viral before? Have you ever gone viral?
Not super viral. Some like I think it's quite easy these days. You know, put up a clip and then it just goes off. I did a Jason Momoa. I call myself Jason Momona. Yeah. And then like heaps of people started sharing it, and I think it went semi-viral because people were like, more like the Jason Momoa from Wish, like more like Jason Fat, and I was like, yeah, that's what I said, like more like a whale, more like Maui. I was like, that's not an insult to me. That's not an insult. Like you want to call me Maui? Call me Maui. I'm down.
I'll be Maui.
You want to call me the Rock's fat cousin? I'll be the Rock's fat cousin. That doesn't hurt me. Like, you know, and like that's sort of semi. I wouldn't say viral, but it went further than I thought it would go than my 1,000 friends on Instagram or something, you know.
Yeah. And then, getting followers on Instagram, mate. It's the older you are, the harder it is. Unless you can sell your ass on.
Well, that's the thing, bro. I don't put
like
any
clickbait, thirst traps.
I don't put anything on how many followers I've got because most of my followers are like I connect with.
Yeah.
You know, I might not follow them all back, but I connect in some type of way, or like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm not really fussed with numbers. I know it's a big thing for people in, you know, the creative industries if you don't have the numbers, you ain't getting things. But I'm like, well, Yeah, but also it's not just numbers can be faked. You know, everyone's like, "Oh, I believe the numbers." It's like, well, I believe the smiles on faces, you know, more than. But I guess I'm just old school like that.
Oh, I think it all tells. It's not in the numbers. It's all tells in the words that are spoken of what it is.
Yeah, and the numbers that are retained, you know. Like, that's me anyway. I don't know.
No, I think that's fair enough, man. But it is an interesting world we live in now. You know, we're very dependent on social media. Like my podcast is, my page on TikTok, it's got like just over 2,500. I've only posted a few videos. Yeah, nothing major. But one video that went viral, I think got like 180 views. I don't know if that's considered viral, but yeah, it was just talking about child support. Yeah. So straight away, I kind of had a good gauge of who's watching TikTok. Like, oh yeah, single mums. Yeah, that could be my market, bro. Yeah, or the single mums. Yeah. What's up? How you doing?
That used to be my market back in the day. No, jokes. Yeah, but yeah, that's. Yeah, I don't really get caught up in that.
Let's talk about child support.
When I first got on TikTok, I hated it because I posted one video of me and my missus at like Rainbow's End, and I was just doing a cheeky thing like, you know, I've been to Rainbow's End a million times. She had never been before, and she's younger than me, so she's like stoked as. And then I'm in the log flames like, or like she's on the roller coaster. I'm like, and then people were like going in. Oh, how did you get her? Oh, she's way too good for you. And I was like feeling some type of way. I was like, oh, he must have money. I was like, no, I'm broke. She loves me for me. You know?
Yeah, she loves me because she loves me.
And so I was like, I was getting butthurt about it. And then, because my bro, he was like, oh, you should jump on TikTok. And I was like, nah, I hate it. It's just negative, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, no, you've got to play into the negativity. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, all of that hate generate. And I was like, it sucks that that's what type of platform it is, that like, you know, there's a lot of hate.
All of them, bro. All of them.
Well, mostly my Instagram is you know, like-minded people, and like, you know,
it's a lot more of a positive experience, I find Instagram. Yeah. Have the odd bicker with like fucking fake profiles.
Fake profiles, I delete them. I usually troll them. I love doing that.
Yeah, I troll them too. Yeah. Bro, some of them have sent some gnarly like death threats to me and shit. I'm like, hey.
I don't know. Oh no, I've had. Not death threats, like, but...
Bro, death threats, bro.
After I did one of the Old Bay's podcasts, I had heaps of Māori going, you don't deserve that on your face. I'm going to come and shave it off.
Oh, shit.
Bro, hard. Like, I'm going to chop it off your face. You should take that off. And I'm like, come and take it off. Like, come see me. And they're like, oh, chill out. And I'm like, what are you, like, why are you going to... You don't know me. Yeah, you took something that I said out of context and you're saying that I said that.
Well, could you go into that? What is the backstory behind the Makawai?
Mokokanohi. Mataora. This one here is Matatuhua.
Mataora. Sorry, my te reo was terrible.
You're all good, my bro. We're all on our journeys. Like, you know. I'll tell you the things you need to know if I know them. So yeah, Mokokanohi just means, you know, face tattoo. Yeah. Translated. And then Mataora, who was, you know, the one who gave us these. Yeah. But this one here is Matatuhua from a good family friend, Stu McDonald, down in Tauranga. Cool. The Ahipautu Collective, you know, they're doing really good things at the moment. You know, he's been my moko artist for, how old am I now? Yeah, 20 years. Yeah. You know, he's done my mum's.
How old are you, 20?
No, for 20 years.
Oh, I was going to say, damn.
In my 20 years, yeah. Damn, you look old as fuck. Nah.
I just say, what are you doing?
For 20 years, bro. Yeah, so, you know. But for me, bro, like, it was always planned because my dad's had his for over, you know, since I was a kid. My mum's had hers for, like, 15 years or whatever, 10, 15, I can't remember. Mm-hmm. And it was always like, you know, we'd see it. Well, growing up, you hardly ever saw it. You know, it was always just, you know, it wasn't really in our plans. And then when my dad started getting back into his Māoritanga, you know, he took it on, and we could see that he was paving a way forward for our people, you know, like bringing a resurgence back. For me, it was part of that, like, you know, heaps of people that I knew had been getting it. I was supposed to get mine like 10, 11 years ago. But at the time, I was like, man, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, like my selfish thing, you know. Yeah. And I was like, do you know how hard it's going to be for me traveling overseas, blah, blah, blah. At that time, I wasn't ready, but I knew that I wanted it. I just needed to be in the right time. And then, the time was right. And it all happened so fast. Like, I was just going down for a meeting, me and my sister, like, just to talk about it. And then it just turned out that while we were there, that was pretty much the only few days he had free. So it was like, I'd come back tomorrow. So we came back tomorrow, and I went back to Auckland, and I was like, whoa. Have you always had that? I'm like, no, I got it yesterday. They're just like, what the heck? Like, bro, it was time.
That's mean though. I think that's when it suits you, when people kind of question
how
long you've had it for, or like the one, like my stepmom just got hers done just before Christmas or just after, or around there anyway. And so she got her ko-wai done, and it was like she always had it. She just, I was like, now I can just see it physically. Yeah, it was always there in every other aspect. Yeah. So it was really cool when you can look at someone like that. I just love that the kids are seeing it as normal. It should be normal. Our reo should be normal. Yep. Our way of life should be normal. Like, it was always seen as whoa, but I think a lot of Māori family, our way of life is, and then there are other. No, that's what I mean. It's normal to us, but to the outside world, they're like, that's different. But I mean, there's other Māori families that don't embrace the Māori way of life either, and whether that's lack of education or being withdrawn from our culture. I thought I'd just it's all down, as much as the victim mentality of it's all colonization. It is 100%. It is, but it doesn't mean you can stay there and just blame colonization. Because I'm all about that too. You have a duty to yourself and your people to get out of where you are. And I understand there's other, there's other defining factors that we don't all share the same struggle. We share similar struggles, but we don't all share the same. And we don't all share the same mamai, because there's a lot of mamai that comes with it. There's a lot of hurt that comes with not knowing your own language. Or not knowing. And so the easiest way to combat that mamai is to be angry or to shun. Which is what my old man did, he was always shunning that side. He was like, nah, fucking marriage, all of that. He didn't want me learning, he didn't want us learning te reo, he didn't want us having Māori names. He was very anti, because that's, he wasn't, that was the thing he saw as the bad thing. Yeah, totally. And then when he came back around to his Māoritanga and his, his whakapapa, everything like that, his life changed, our lives changed for the better, 100% for the better. I would not. It was like the only one regret I have about that is I wish that change had happened before I was an adult. Yeah. Because his change happened when I was, in my teenage years, already had that upbringing of, that. Is your dad from the boomer generation? Is he? I don't know what the boomer generation is. So it's like probably more nanny koro age, but like, from just after World War II to like the early 50s, born in that era? Dad was 57. Dad's 57. So I think he's outside of the boomer range. Oh, sorry, boomers was during, World War II. Yeah. So that was to pop babies out for war. Yeah. For war. Yeah. So he was after that, but still, that was Māoritanga wasn't, which I still need to try and lock down the story properly, because his dad speaks te reo, my nana spoke te reo, they were in the Ratana church, so lots of the humane and stuff are all in te reo. So I'm like, I want to figure out when the change was for them and if there was a change, because, all of where my dad grew up, everyone spoke te reo. Yeah. So I'm wondering if there was like... Even up the coast, same thing. Yeah. So, but I'm wondering where that happened. I'll be honest, I think one of the things that kept it alive is, and this is just a theory of mine, I don't know if this is true. I've never really asked my papa, I should ask him. Well, I've still got him, there's many things I've got to ask him. You should. Hey papa, I'll have to get you on a podcast next time. Or even just go down with your phone and record. With the what? No. A dictaphone. But and I think it was a form of rebellion. It was like a kind of a badass thing to do, like speak te reo behind everyone's back, like, hey. Yeah. Kia ora, bro. I was about to say chirper. Chirper.
I don't know, like
this guy.
Yeah.
Big to
So my only regret is that he didn't get back to his Māoritanga sooner. So like by the time I was a teenager, and he'd try and start telling me all of the, like he'd start speaking te reo to me, I like, you know, at the time I hated him, so I was like, fuck, this is the shit you used to beat me up for. Like, not beat me up, I won't say that, for, you know, you used to clown me for.
Yeah.
And now you're doing it, like, and how you want me to react in a good way when you didn't react in a good way. So, you know, and when I got over that mamai, then it was all good. But I think there's a lot of mamai, especially with that generation, and like you're still seeing it, you know, you meet an old person and you try and speak te reo to them and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like even when you apologize, I'm like, that's not yours to apologize for, like that's you.
Well, I should know better because I used to go to Kurokopapa, bro. I used to speak fluently.
Oh, then you should be sorry. No,
yeah.
But you know, like I don't.
No, so there's no excuses, bro. Honestly, there isn't any. I should be speaking te reo. I should be.
100.
And I can't make any excuses for it.
But you've got excuses.
But I take accountability.
That's it, bro.
I take
that's what I mean, like,
for not learning.
I got a real big gripe with people that just blame something and then don't do anything about it. It's like, yep, we know who's to blame, but if all you're gonna do is tell us who's to blame and not like strive for something else, then what's the point? Like,
I
don't want to say get over it, but you know,
get over it.
Stop telling me your story.
Let's say the things that we're not allowed to say, like harden the fuck up.
Oh yeah, I'm in two minds about harden up.
Not to those people.
I'm like, yeah, harden up, but also soften up. You know,
ease up. I think that's the one.
You know, just learning how to see situations for what they are is a really hard thing.
Yeah,
you know,
it's it's a. I totally agree with you there, cuz. So you're
matatuhua,
matatuhua,
or most mataora.
Mataora, but
matatuhua,
matatuhua.
Yeah, tuhua, yeah.
Tuhua.
Mataora.
So when are you thinking of adding on?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. I'm just scared it's so sore.
Yeah.
Like yeah. I think.
How long did that take you?
The application maybe about an hour.
Yeah.
But the process of drawing it up, because my moko artist is a perfectionist and he tells the story that he, you know, that was about 3 or 4 hours of lying on the table and rubbing it out like and like, you know, and he's talking to me through the whole process, and it was awesome. Like I loved it, and like he told me before I got it, he's like, you know, everyone can tell you what it's like I can tell you what it's like, but until you're on that table, you'll never know. And like, you know, usually when I get tattoos or moko, I'll put myself in a zone where I can zone out. I couldn't zone out, and I didn't know if it was because I was meant to be present, like for myself, if I was supposed to be present.
Feel it.
But like there was you've got so much time to think, and when I first got it, I put up a big post about it, like, you know, this is me.
Yeah.
And it brought tears to my eye while I was on the table, but as well as while I was writing it, because I had so many epiphanies about who I was as a person. Like I've always, and other people.
How old were you when you got it?
Oh, this is, shoot. I won't say ages, but I was, it was July.
I'm trying to catch you out here, man.
July, you can't catch me, cause you might be fat, but you can't catch me. It was like July 22, so just recently.
Okay.
Relatively recently, it was 22 or 21.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact date, but it was recently, it was 2 or 3 years ago. I get mixed up with the COVID years because, you know, to me, 2020 and 2023 are the same year.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll be honest, if you were in Auckland, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Anywhere else in New Zealand, not. It's a bit different for everyone, but if you were outside of Auckland, bro. But we were all watching from the outside, bro.
Yeah.
We were on the outside.
I know.
We were looking in, bro. And
I got to escape a couple of times because, you know, I escaped a couple of times. And even when the first lockdown happened, I was in Papamoa for that. And it was the first, I loved it. It was the first time I'd been home with just me, my mum and my dad.
And you didn't have anywhere to go.
Hey. Oh, well, Papamoa, bro. It's paradise. I was at the beach.
That's the best
you know,
part. But, you know,
cookies.
everything's on hold.
Everything was on
So
hold.
it's like,
I loved it.
here we
I
go.
loved reconnecting with my mum and dad as an adult.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't had that since I was, when, you know, I was 2 when my sister was born. So, you know, it becomes a family unit. So it was the first time I'd ever had one-on-one time with my mum and dad and, like, really learn who they are as people. You know, not just my mum and dad. You know, I know, I didn't know you like maths, you know. Married at first sight, like, what the heck?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You like maths?
Yeah, well, you'd never do that. Like, when I was a kid, you know, it's like, oh, yep, you know, you're human, you're growing. So I loved it.
Oh, there's heaps of shit. Like, my dad and stepmom, because they raised me for a portion of my life. And, yeah, there's stuff they do with my little sister that I wasn't allowed to do at her age, you know. Back when I was growing up, and I was like, look at her. Hey, my sister's like, can you do that, Bo? I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
Fuck, look at them,
Yeah.
bruv. Come on.
Yeah. Like, if I did that,
for real.
I used to have to sneak that.
Yeah, fuck, I wasn't allowed to do that.
Nah.
I wasn't allowed to stay up this late on the school night.
Bro, actual, like,
Hey, on the
my
school
bedtime
night.
was 7:30 till I was like 16.
Yeah, bro, I'm sure mine was about 8:30, and yeah, my sister's up at like 9 o'clock. Hey, you need to go to bed, G.
Hey, you try and growl her, hey, like,
Yeah.
leave her alone. No.
Yeah, my sister's only young, bro. She's only like 9.
Yeah.
9. So, bloody younger generation, they have no idea. You hear me? Yeah, young people got no idea.
They don't have any idea of how bad we had it, but also we have no idea of how bad
they got it.
I think they've got it worse.
I think so.
Because I think you and me are around the same age.
There was some kind of, I think with our generation, there was some kind of conditioning.
There was
Without saying
there was enough of the old school and enough of the new school that we got the best of each world. We didn't get the worst of each world.
We took it and we ran with it, bro. I think that's the problem.
100.
We took it and we ran with it, and that's what's happening. We see, and I'm not going to elaborate on what it is exactly, but you know what we are seeing to some of the craziness that's going on.
I don't think I would survive as a teenager or as a child in this day and age. Like, I don't think I would. I think I don't have the. I wouldn't have had the mental strength because it was hard enough for me at that time. You know, as a teenager.
With our cell phones at that time too. Like, no, cell phones were an issue then, and there wasn't no apps.
Hardly an issue.
It was texts were like $1,000.
20 cents a text, but when you ain't getting no pocket money.
Yeah, that's heaps. That's a plan. We're planning, like, bro, you're going from top to bottom, filling that shit with every word you can.
And that's why we had those shortened words.
Yeah.
You got 160 characters.
Bro, that's it. Otherwise it was 2 texts. Yeah,
it's
like,
2 texts.
2 texts. It's 40 cents.
Well, bro, free text weekend, all you hear is da-ding, da-ding, da-ding.
Well, wasn't it, who was it? Was it Telecom? I think what happened is Boost, didn't they release like 1 cent text, and then Telecom went, fuck. And so they ended up doing like unlimited text for like $20 or something, and it only lasted like a couple months.
But the thing with Telecom was it was only adults that had Telecom. Kids had Boost. And Vodafone.
it was more. Boost was pushed more towards us. That's why they had like.
Hook up!
That's why it was savage, man.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. You know, that's why they had $10 top ups because they knew it'd be all the youth, and that's all the pocket money. You know that we probably got.
I got myself a job at a farm, so like Papa Moore was a weird place. It was like beach, but also just down the road, like behind my house, is a farm.
Yeah,
it's paddock, and people are like, "What the heck?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I got myself a job on a farm. In the weekends, I'd go and milk the cows.
Yep.
Every Saturday morning before rugby, Saturday afternoon after rugby, and then that would be at $40 a milking, so it's $80, and then on Sunday morning as well, not Sunday afternoon. So I was getting paid cash that would go on my boxer piss and my top up.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I was like, milk cows.
Ladies,
well,
I got what you need.
I didn't have it like that. I was never good at closing the game. I was always did the chase and like, you know. I was more of a romantic than a player.
Yeah.
Now I'm the man. No,
yeah. Nick level. Boss battle now.
No way.
Boss battle. Yeah.
Actually, I couldn't survive it. We had it hard, but I reckon these kids have got it way harder. They've got all of the information.
It's like not physically harder.
Not physically.
It's which is a problem, which
Mentally.
is a big part. Yeah.
But physical scars heal.
Yeah.
Mental shit, that'll last, man.
Right.
And like, if you've got a broken arm, people are going to ask you about your broken arm. Ask you, oh, I can do this for you. If you got a broken brain as a kid, no one's going to see it. So no one's going to ask you, no one's going to, and you're going to have to.
It shows later on in life.
Yeah, or even just
actually,
in the prison.
not even, presently.
But
sorry.
yeah, definitely later on in life.
I think I had a few issues growing up as a kid, eh?
Oh, Hundy.
Totally, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen some shit.
Yeah.
I've seen some shit.
Yeah.
And, but, fuck it.
But the way you deal with it was different back then.
Yeah. But, I mean, I was around a lot of people that were in the psych ward.
Yeah.
And I just see them, bro, and fuck. I'm like, as long as I'm never like this, I'm going to be okay. I hope. But, yeah, no, just for those the young people nowadays that do have to go through this digital age, like, for example, a kid does something embarrassing at school. Our days, it really only stayed in the school. Maybe it floated a bit.
It goes to other schools,
It
but it's
went,
like...
But it didn't. And then nowadays you got Snapchat, Instagram.
But for us, like, if you did something embarrassing,
TikTok,
people are going to tell the story, right?
Yeah.
And like, you can still walk around and people aren't going to know that was you that in that story. Nowadays, if you do something embarrassing, people are going to see that and people are going to be like, haha, that's the guy. And then people are going to pull out their phones again like, oh, look who it is, look who it is. And then something else might happen. Then that goes and it just adds on and
adds on and on. And fuck, man, with a young person's mind, we're meant to, you're meant to put a young person through a bit of shit to condition them for the world, but fuck.
Eat some dirt.
Not fucking, not fucking roasting, bro. I reckon roasting's brutal, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, for me, roasting is like a part of life. Even my friend group, we roast, but we do it with love. And as long as the people involved know it's with love.
Someone's always going to go a little bit overboard, too far.
Is that you? Is it in your friend group?
Oh, sometimes.
Yeah.
Can be.
Just add a little bit of spice.
I think people will probably say otherwise, be like, nah, Fred, it's all you. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. No, I get that too,
I love
bro.
you.
Like,
No, that's the thing. All my mates know that I love them.
Yeah. And that should be like, that should be the main point. As long as it's with love, I don't think anything should be off.
You fucking suck. But I mean it with
love.
Bro,
I've literally said that. Literally. Like, my bro, you are being a piece of shit. Like, what? You don't like me? That's not what I said. Yeah. I said, do better. Yeah. You're better than this. And my friends have said the same thing to me. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Do better. And I'm just like, I hear you, but also I'm being ignorant right now.
Yeah. I've had people say that to me, do better or just whatever, any critique, and it's been good. Because very rarely does it happen, and I'm very skeptical about. It's usually always positive feedback. I'm like, yeah, but what's the negatives?
Exactly.
Tell me the negatives.
Exactly.
That's what I really want to know.
Bro,
that's the true.
I feel that too.
Which is shit. It's like you're taking away all the good stuff.
But I don't like. I'm changing my thoughts a little bit on that because I don't know if that comes from the tall poppy and the wannabe thing as well. If someone says, "Bro, that was mean," I'd get off stage. People are like, "Bro, that was mean." I'd be like, "Nah, it was shit. I forgot my words. I didn't interact." Someone said, "I should have done this," and they're just like, "No, it was mean." And I don't. It's only now where I'll be like, bro, thank you, I accept that. Because I don't want to shun someone for thinking that was a good thing and then going away going, I was wrong. Like, that's not yours, that's my issue. Like, I'll take it on board. But some of my mates, if they're like, that was mean, I'll be like, I know you. Like, you're just going to stand there and try and make me happy. And then some of my mates, they'll be like, bro, what, did you rehearse?
The positivity of positive
like
reaction.
the real ones be like, did you rehearse? Like, like, bro, what the fuck, man? Like, we came out here. I'm like, I'm sorry. And they're like, it's all good, but bro, I've seen you do way better. What's going on? No, I was just a little bit off tonight. They're like, that's all good. And like, I love that. I love.
You can't be off. Never.
It's never that. But it's like, if the people who want you to do better, that's the people you want around.
Yeah. Hard out.
Yes, men, they have their place. Like, they make you feel good, but if that's all you've got, that's why there's so many people out there that are doing things they shouldn't be doing them. Because all they've got is yes men saying, awesome.
Yeah. It's like, nah, that's perfect, bro. Yeah,
But then there's haters as well that are saying shit without actually. So it's like there's a. Oh, bro.
You can't have it all. I think that's what we get.
And especially I'm a Gemini too, so I'm like, oh, I hate this, but I love this.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, funny enough, I'm Taurus Gemini, so there you go.
Well, if you want to get technical,
Hey.
Aquarius and.
In
No, I don't know.
Scorpio.
Ah,
No, I'm
what's
right
my
on the
birth chart?
cusp apparently. I don't hold
Of
much
Taurus-
sentiment to the
Taurus
Taurus
and
and Gemini.
It's
yeah.
Taurus before Gemini.
Yeah.
So what are you like, May 29? May 21st.
First.
And that's cusp, is it?
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Oosh.
So it's the year of the dragon.
Oosh.
Yeah. It is year of the dragon this year too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm
Fuck yeah.
year of the ox. And Gemini, like if someone was about to say, oh, what is a Gemini? You would point at me like I'm the epitome of a Gemini, and I embrace my Gemini-ness. Like everyone's always had bad things to say about Geminis.
Multiple personality disorder. Or
That's what people. I think that's the common thing. Oh, two-faced.
see, as a Gemini, I can say that.
Yeah. Oh, you are a Gemini. Nah.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I don't turn on people
Yeah.
at all. I might say something that might piss off someone that I really care about
Yeah.
every now and then, which is probably the dangerous thing about me
Yeah.
doing a podcast, to be honest.
I think that's what needs to happen on a podcast.
I don't do it on purpose.
If you just sat there just asking me the same questions, then all you're going to get is the same answers.
Yeah.
You gotta
Do you like music? What kind of music do you make?
I like all music.
I like all the music. It's
No,
really
but
cool.
everyone says they like all music. Do you like metal? Yes. Do you like house? Yes. Do you like deep house? Yes. Do you like hardcore? Like the metal music? Yes.
hardcore metal house?
Hardcore house? Hardcore like techno? No. Don't love it. You know, it's got a place. But
Yeah.
I literally love most styles of music.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, man. It's bro, I'm the same. I never used to be when I was younger. I was a lot more snobbier with my music compared to now.
Was that you yourself or because of your environment?
Could have been the environment.
'Cause
I was
for
around
me-
a lot of Wellington hipsters.
Oh, nah, say less. It was your environment.
Yeah. No. But I'll be honest, man. Like I did listen to. I was a lot more particular with what I listened to when I was younger.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree with that because I don't know what it was. It's just I don't know. I got to a point where I knew I was different, so I started to really embrace being
Yep.
different and probably going borderline pretentious.
Yep. Yeah, it's easy to go. I'm
just so different from all you guys.
Yeah.
I listen to this band. You don't understand.
Yeah.
You've never heard of them before.
Yeah, the underground.
Yeah,
I knew
they're
them before they were
underground.
famous.
They're actually like the most famous band in the world.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, are they?
Wait, which band was it? Yeah.
Oh no, like I used to listen to like real like psychedelic blues and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Bit of a metalhead.
Yeah.
I think more my early 20s is when I was really open to a lot of
Yeah.
genres and different.
And was that your Wellington era?
Yeah, bro.
Well, it's
Hard.
easier. It's easier when you're in that sort of environment to see lots of different.
And I went to a lot of gigs as well in
Yeah.
Wellington. Like a lot of gigs that I didn't know. I think what killed the gig scene for me in Wellington is that it was just a lot of the same bands playing
Yeah.
over and over and over
Yeah.
again. And all my mates went constantly. I'm like, fuck, we've seen these guys like fucking 4 or 5 times, man.
And if they're not good or if you don't connect with them,
Yeah,
then
and
why
it wasn't
you
even
do
that. They were great, but it's like, it's the same set.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but we got to a point where we had a flat in Newtown, in Wellies, and one night, we had a mean night there one night, bro. Like, fucking, it was a huge house, and we had, like, a band in the lounge playing, like, we had a gig in the lounge and a gig in one of the other rooms. It was huge, like, kind of studio bedroom.
House party, let's go.
Bro, there was some gangster house parties. Like, and it was really refreshing, the house parties in Auckland. I love the Auckland house parties compared to like the ones that were either in Gizzy. You know,
Oh
Gizzy
yeah,
just
that's
like
way
football.
different.
You know, fucking brrr, scraps on.
I kind of
Someone
like
pulling
that
a
still.
fist. Yeah, fuck
I
yeah.
still like that,
I probably like it more now than I did back then,
Yeah.
to be honest. But
but I also like these other more
hip.
Yeah.
Cool, groovy. Yeah, no, but then when I got to Wellington, bro, like that's what the house parties were like. Like there was like people playing music there, and there's always a live gig going on at someone's house. It was fucking
People
cool.
are doing stuff. People are
And
creative.
just cool, trippy people to talk
Yeah.
to, you know.
Different walks of life.
And they weren't like judgy of me.
Yeah.
Like they would have been you know, like my teenage years in Hamilton, like everyone just look at me, got judged hard. Go to Wellington, not quite. And I started to realise it was because back then, everyone that would have been in that place didn't belong.
Yeah.
Wherever they came from.
Yeah.
So it was a room full of people
like
that didn't
a whole
belong
bunch
somewhere.
Of what do they call
Outcasts.
Yeah. Jinx. No.
Hard out.
But it is like that.
It was, and that's what I loved about Wellington back when I was younger. And I guess.
Did you ever go to Fast Eddie's?
Yeah, fast. I didn't go too often. I went a couple of times. I was more like I used to go to a bar called Mighty Mighty.
Oh yeah, no,
Medusa. Oh, sorry, Valhalla now.
Yeah.
You know.
Shout out Valhalla.
Yeah, Valhalla. It was Hole in the Wall, I think.
Still a hole in the wall.
Cube. I can't remember. Yeah, it still is a hole in the wall. Absolutely. What was the other ones like? Happy. There was Happy, which was an underground one.
Is that that's the downstairs one?
Yeah, and then there was Moon. Moon's still going. Moon's been going. Fuck, I think Moon's been around for 10 years now. I hope they do a 10-year and a fucking shout out to Moon 1. Sticking around through thick and fucking thin, man.
Don't know that one.
Yeah. Fucking, and it's Newtown Festival this weekend too.
Yes.
Ratchet.
I want to get on those lineups. I just never. Yeah. I'm only just starting to apply for stuff.
Bro. So. Our pawpaws when it's on. When's Auckland's big one? There's the big one on is it K Road? There's
Cross Street Festival. Is that the one?
I think that's the one.
Or there's Block Party. There's so many now, and they're all mean. One's March 9th, I think, and one's I don't know exact dates. So I'm not playing them.
Yeah. yeah. So I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I used to play a lot at Fast Eddie's. I used to play all of my shows at Fast Eddie's. Love their place.
Yeah,
shout out to
there was a lot of hip hop gigs went down there. It was more for the hip hop gigs.
Well, yeah, that's what I was doing.
San Fran? You go to San Fran Bathhouse?
I went there for hardcore gigs because I used to be in hardcore bands as a teen.
I don't know if they still play like hard out, like boom, boom, boom music. Because fucking, bro, you go on those floors, bro, in those buildings, and it's like wobbling, shaking. I'm like, fuck, any day, man. It's just gonna crash through the ceilings. So Fast Eddie's. That was fuck. I haven't been there for years, bro.
They're closed. They've been closed for years. Yeah, true. Shut down.
I used to go there for a few games of pool.
Yeah, it was a cool pool hall.
Remember the last time I was there was like a DJ and I was like, yo, telling like men and women to like cheat on each other and shit. It's fucking random, man. I don't know.
Like, damn.
All you ladies cheat on your boyfriends. All you boys, all the boys cheat on your girlfriends and shit. And I was like, yo, what the fuck?
I know who that DJ
This is
was.
fucking DJ Zesty, bro. Fucking hell.
DJ Divorced.
Yeah. Fucking, he wanted something to happen that night. I'm telling you. He
playing up.
Fuck yeah. I was like, oh shit, trying to play pool. Fucking just had this DJ rambling random shit. I'm like, oh, chill. But I kind of miss Wellington. So that was where I spent a lot of my adult years before I came here. That's where I kind of built up. That's where I built up my film portfolio.
Yeah,
as wellies. So it's good to get to Auckland and start doing some mahi here.
Yeah,
I've done like 4 gigs this year.
Yeah, it's only the start of the year.
Bro, I know, bro.
That's me.
Hard out. They only been like little day jobs, But
there's no such thing as only.
Yeah.
Or just it's just. Bro, it's mahi. It's all part of it. Like, everyone's always like, oh, I'm only playing, like, people are like, oh. Like, for me, as a rapper, I'll play anywhere, bro. And I keep telling people, I will play in your lounge. I'll play in the car park. I'll play anywhere. I don't care. I don't care if there's 10 people. I don't care if there's 10,000 people. I'll play. Like, I don't, like, that sort of stuff doesn't faze me, the big or the small. It's craft.
I was like that as a professional wrestler, bro. Like, fuck, bro. Do some shows, couple hundred people? Me. Did some shows like 20. I think the smallest show we ever done was like what we call a house show. So it's just our local gym. And like, I think we had like 15 one show. Here we are in our fucking tights and shit, like, fully acting it up still, because it doesn't matter, bro, if it's one person or a whole fucking crowd, man. You go out there to perform.
Because the main factor in it is you're there.
Yeah.
So if you go out and put out a shitty performance, the only one who's going to really know about it is you.
Yeah.
So it's like, why
that was your intention. Oh, yeah. Give a shit performance.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. You probably won't get booked on the next show.
Yeah. You don't know who's out there, like.
Yeah.
You don't
Could be
know.
fucking someone from WWE.
Or it could be someone that's going through something and sees you doing it and goes, you know what, I want to give that a go.
Bro, that's even better. That's even better.
Like how much of
I feel like a shallow guy for thinking what I just
No,
thought.
you're allowed to think that, like, because that's the reality of it.
But
Is that's the main thing. Because I
You're
think
making that person feel something that
Exactly.
that could be different from what they're usually feeling. You know?
and like I love that when people come up like, you know what, I don't usually listen to this. I don't understand what you're saying, but I felt it. And then I love when people come up to me, especially non-Reo speakers or even Reo speakers. They'll come up and be like, oh, when you said blah blah blah, and I'll be like, oh, do you mean this? And I'll repeat it, and they're like, yeah, that. I felt a type of way. I felt like this. What were you actually saying? And I'll tell them, and they're like, whoa, I got that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that is crazy. Like, I love that type of thing. I love money too. Like, I would love lots and lots of money and, like, you know, all of that. But
Hard.
for me, I even tell people, I'm not the best rapper. I'm not the best filmmaker. I'm not the best anything, but I'm doing it. You know, I'm not even the best that I can be. I don't think so. If I sat down and worked on my craft, which I don't do, I don't put in effort. I just carry on at a comfortable level. To some people, it's more than comfortable, but to me, I'm comfortable doing that. I've only just lately started to actually challenge myself, and as soon as I do, it just like pays off in dividends, you know. So I'm just like, you know, but I'm not the best, and I'm not ever gonna be the best. I don't want to be the best. No one else is doing it, you know. When my nephews and nieces start to do it, that's when I can take a back seat. But they'll have a fast road to there straight away because, you know, already my nephews and
Uncle
nieces,
cleared the way.
they've doing voiceover acting, they've been on film sets, they've been on music videos, they've been on songs.
Shit we dreamed of doing as kids.
Handy.
Now
But
they're all just hanging out on those sets.
Yeah, exactly.
Eating oranges, throwing rubbish everywhere.
Yeah. Not my nephews and nieces.
Yeah.
They still got that humble shyness, but
Yeah, hard
also
out.
it's like you don't need to be shy. Like we were shy.
Yeah.
We were shy.
Yeah.
We
were
had
told
to be shy.
We had to be shy.
You don't have to be shy.
You have to be small. You gotta be small.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm like, no,
But
don't be small.
we're teaching differently.
Yeah.
Even my daughter, I teach her, you know, be big.
That's me.
And regardless of what she wants to do when she's older, I see her getting into entertainment quite a bit, probably more as a dancer. She's really good at dancing, bro. She doesn't get it from her mum.
Who does she get it from?
Oh, well, must be. Oh, nah. But, you know, she's telling. I actually she's in my film that's playing at Multiland, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm quite looking forward to that festival. It'd be cool just to kind of get a vibe for it because it's a big event, man.
That's what I'm. Like, I didn't even know these sort of things.
Films.
I didn't know these sort of things really. You know, conferences and film festivals, and I've never been a part of that side of it. And now that I've been in a few of these different conferences and stuff, I'm like, there is so much. It's like a creative vibe that you just like. You know, when you're with the creatives and you start bouncing off each other, there's an energy there.
And you didn't know that it was.
I don't know.
A lot of us didn't realize it was there.
Yeah.
Or just how big the creative community is.
How many other projects come out of that because everyone with that, you know, that collective energy of just creativity, everyone's getting a vibe and they go away and just like, I want to make stuff. And yeah, I'm just gonna do it. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm also a little bit apprehensive because I know for a fact that I'm gonna just be like, I need to do stuff.
Yeah,
you know, and that's what I'm about to do. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
that thing.
When is your so you're performing on opening ceremony?
Night, yeah.
Opening night. So it's 11 a.m. to 4:30, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And then I might be able to make it. Bro, that's what I mean. I think I'm only. I would like to attend the whole thing, but bro, like my time is precious, and bro, I get to hang out with my kid during the time, and you know I want to hold it down for all the kaupapa and everything, but bro,
you can't please everybody. Like I want to see all of my mates' films, I want to go to everything, but I'm like, also I've still got like lots of stuff that I have to do, like for so like I hope they know that if I miss it, it's not intentional. It's not a diss.
It's not like could it be stuffed?
But there's so much I want to see. Like I'm gonna have to miss so much, but I'm also gonna catch a lot.
Yeah.
Like indigenous filmmakers. Like
Ours is at an interesting time. Actually, what time does yours play? Do you know?
mine's like one's at 11, and another one's at like 11:15 or something like that.
11 o'clock, is that on the
In
Friday?
the morning on the Thursday. On the Thursday, yeah.
So Thursday, 11 a.m. at
The Māori Land
Hub?
Rangatahi
Oh,
Film Festival, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, they're playing a whole bunch of music videos and stuff like that. And then I'm doing a Q&A and then maybe a cheeky little performance.
Cool.
And then, but on the first night, I think I'm playing at the opening night party, which they've never had before.
Yeah.
So it's their first time. So I'm not too sure on the details, but if it happens, I'm just gonna do some raps and have some fun, and then go watch heaps of films, and heaps of my mates are gonna be there.
Me.
Lots of filmmakers, all of that sort of jazz.
Hopefully I'll get to see you there, bro. That'd be cool.
Oh, I'll be at your screening anyway, because I'll be there.
Oh,
from
at
Friday.
least
I'll be there till at least the Saturday.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Man, yeah. So mine. Well, anyway, yeah. Anyone watching, mine's on Friday, the 22nd of March, at 12 p.m. over at the Māori Land HQ. I think that's where all the films are getting screened.
I don't know if there's more places. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
So
I needed. There's a lot that I had to double check, but from what I'm assuming is that it was all getting done out at Utaki. It was all getting screened out.
Oh yeah, it's all there, but I don't know if there's different venues.
Yeah. I don't want to lead everyone to the wrong place. But I think we're close to sold out our one. Ko Te Wai, it's called. And I think there's only me and like 2 other teams from films or projects from Aotearoa. Well, the rest are like overseas.
Damn! I haven't even looked at tickets or anything. I don't know how to do that. So maybe I should get onto that.
You're a creator though.
Yeah. But you still have to.
You'll have your discount. Yeah, just ask for your ticket. And then
No, I've got my thing. I just haven't booked them. You still have to book them. It doesn't guarantee you a ticket. Like if you want to go watch other films.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I can go to my own one. Of
you
course.
have to book for each.
But
screening.
if I want to go see other things, which I do,
that's a good way for them to keep an eye on how much tickets they can sell and that. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, I'll try and attend as many as I can. I might bring my daughter for our screening as well because I think that'll be cool.
I'm not sure if my nephews are going to make it down.
Yeah,
but when are
you driving over or you're not sure?
I'll drive over from Wellington. Yeah. But I'll have to stay there if I'm staying for that long.
Well, just get a rental in Wellies and...
Yeah.
I might have to do the same too.
But then, it'll be a mean buzz if my nephews can go because, they're so buzzy. Their first ever.
It's a big event too, and they have an award ceremony, don't they? Or
I don't think
at the end of every screening.
I think they. You know what? I'd be.
I'm not saying that we've got any nominations, but if we were nominated for something and none of us were there.
Well, I'm not. I don't think mine's eligible for anything. Like I don't think it's that great of a video. I think it's cool, but I don't think it's worthy.
Like the music video or the doco?
The music video.
Yeah.
The doco is great. Shout out Luke for the directing that. Luke Penny, the man.
Shout out to Luke.
Yeah. Choice Young filmmaker. He did an awesome job.
Who done the music video?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, oh jeez, whose name are you putting to the music video?
Me.
If you
me,
felt
Hundy.
like it wasn't.
No. Oh no, it's not because like for me, I think it's amazing. I just don't think, I don't see it. Like, what can it win?
Best music video, unless Stan Walker's entered his one.
I didn't see it there, so maybe I will win.
660. Yeah, if there's no Stan Walker 660, then maybe
I'm just like it's a cool music video. I just don't think, but that's just me.
Yeah,
that's not to say it wasn't like greatly done. It was. It's amazing.
I think we can always look at the projects we do and go, I could have done that a little bit better.
I don't think I could have done it better. I just think, for what it is, it's a music video,
Jeez, I just can't get it right with you, can I?
Yeah, I'm that type of guy. I just made a music video.
Yeah.
And I put it in on a whim because I was like, oh, yeah, that's some publicity or whatever. And then it happened and I was like, okay. But for my nephews, for them, amazing.
Yeah.
Like if they get to see it on a big screen or like people asking them about like questions about it, that'd be awesome. But I'm like, I'm just going down for the, I guess to not network because I know most of the people going,
Yeah.
but just to catch a vibe, you know, because
Yeah, catch a vibe.
I've never been a part of something like that.
Tautoko, I guess, you know.
Tautoko, and yeah, just see
the
what it's all
more, I guess
about.
the more of us that go and into these things, the longer they'll stick around, you know. And I think it's quickly becoming like one of the biggest indigenous film festivals in the world.
That's mean.
It's interesting because I've got a few films this year that are in post production that could definitely be submitted next year as well, which would be really cool. We'll see how we go though. Trying to aim. There's one we just finished called Dive, and we're trying to aim to get that one overseas. So.
Yeah.
But I won't go too much into that one because
Yeah, I know how it is.
get blown up. And Fred, stop talking about the projects. I'll tell them the start, the middle, and the end if you piss me off. Nah. But bro, to be honest, thank you very much for coming in today, cuz I think we went for a solid couple of hours.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah, hard out. Nah, bro. Just thank you for taking the time.
Of course.
And coming in and having a kōrero, and good to actually get to know you.
Yeah.
And cool to know that we're both going to Māori land. So
yeah.
definitely be an opportunity to catch up and maybe do a bit of socialising.
Yeah.
Not too sure. See how my daughter feels if I've got her with
Yeah.
me. She's usually number one, bro, and I've got her with me.
That's how it should be, bro. That's how it
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah, because hardly get to see my kids.
Yeah. No, bro, I'd rather that than.
Oh, have you got kids?
No, I don't have any kids.
No kids yet.
Nah, no, never.
Bro, man.
Lots of nephews and nieces.
Have heaps of kids, bro. Have heaps of kids, G.
Nah, not for me.
Bro. You say that now because you don't have any kids. I was the same. I was like, I'm never, ever having kids. Never. And my dad was like, man, that's sad, man. I think that's sad. I was like, nah. Oh, well, you know, my sister's got 5 sons. There we go. And then I had a kid, and I was like, man, I want some more.
Yeah.
Give me some more.
I mean, I get it. I would love to have kids, but I just don't.
I want an army. No, give me a league team.
Yeah.
Give me a league
Oh,
team.
growing up, I always wanted heaps of kids, but now I'm just like, I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest of 9. The only one with no kids.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, the youngest whāngai sister doesn't have kids. Everyone else has kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a busy family. It's a big family.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's amazing, isn't it? I think the one thing I'm looking forward to is just if I ever, especially if I had a second kid, that'll be me. But just seeing, you know, the production of my loins.
Yeah.
Just all the generations there. Like even my grandparents say, like my grandmother on my dad's side, she only had 2 kids.
Dang.
Like, yeah.
It's crazy for that time.
Yeah, so my dad and my auntie, for that time, yeah, they're in their 50s. So, you know, there was like hardly any of them. But from that, like, you know, there's what, 8 muckles?
Yeehaw.
8, 9 muckles, and then about the same as in great grandkids. So it's the numbers are building, and I don't know. I think that's one thing I can look forward to. As I get older, I don't know where that all came from, but yeah, I think we'll close it off there, bro. Fred was going on a journey, man. But no, thank you very much again.
Sure for having me.
Do you want to do any plugins before we go? I don't know how soon I'll get this done, but
Just find me on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, all of that. Swizl Jager, SWIZL JAGER. Yeah, I don't know when this is coming out, so find me.
yeah, I'll throw all the links in the description for the
let's
video
go.
anyway. Hopefully we get some good get some good viewership on this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much, brother, and that's us, bro. So,
Too easy.